Hey, welcome to my kitchen. Today we are talking about molecular biology, specifically central dogma, and how baking some brownies could be related to translation and transcription. Transcription is the process of turning DNA into messenger RNA by copying the recipe, but keeping the original in its place. So it is, in this case, the recipe is still online, but now I have my own copy that I can keep. So messenger RNA brings the message from DNA into the nucleus to the ribosome so they can start building the proteins. So this is the step that turns those AT and CG pairings to AU and CG pairings in the template. So you'll notice here, while I'm going through my process, I'm not following the correct order of central dogma, which will start with the DNA replication process, then go into transcription, and then translation. So just keep note of that as well. Being said, let's go ahead and get into translation. So during this process, the ribosomes make the proteins by taking the instructions encoded in the messenger RNA to assemble proteins from the amino acids. So for our baking metaphor, the KitchenAid mixer will act as our ribosomes, and it will take the ingredients prescribed at their correct amounts, so those will act as our amino acids, and it'll mix them all together to get our protein at the end, which will be our brownies. So in this clip here, what you see me doing is folding the batter. The directions for these brownies very clearly say not to overmix. So instead of mixing in the dry ingredients with our KitchenAid mixer, it says to fold it in by hand or a spatula. So it is very important, especially while baking, which is said to be a science, that you need to follow directions as they are given. That being said, I do modify this recipe, as you can see right here, by adding chunked chocolate chip pieces on top. This could be seen as a metaphor for mutations, which occurs sometimes during DNA replication. So generally mutations can be neutral, they can be detrimental, or rarely they can also be beneficial. So in this case, my addition to the recipe is actually beneficial. It adds an extra layer and level because I use dark chocolate for this, whereas most of the rest of the recipe is just using milk chocolate. However, if I were to add an extra S on the eggs when I rewrote the recipe, that would be harmless. Or if I accidentally wrote 450 degrees instead of 350 degrees, it would actually burn our brownies, which would be detrimental. I was able to teach you something about central dogma through DNA replication, mutations, translation, and transcription. Go enjoy some brownies.